right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're back. We're finally back. We are back with another episode of Film Talk. It's been a while since we did an episode of Film Talk. It's been a long time, and I understand you guys wanted us to do this. Took this a while to talk about. And it's past the Oscar season. Um, yeah. Sadly, we couldn't get this out in time in the Oscars, but like I said, people, we work. I got a job. Scott got to work. Our schedules just couldn't get it together, and plus we had to come up with the concept of the episode, which took me a while to figure this out. But we're here, people. We're here.
We made
Scott,
it.
we made it. We're here. We're finally going to talk about the most ultimate topic that Scott Mance from Popcorn Talk Network on Guilty on Top Five. What was it? On the film show. Finally going to talk about his favorite film, La La Land, and my favorite
I
film, Moonlight.
I would say it was the most controversial moment to happen at the Oscars in the last
Yes,
10 years, if
yes.
not for something that happened
Something
last year.
happened. Yeah, something happened last year. That was like the most controversial moment until
The
you know,
slap.
the slap. Well, no, let's not say that's Will Smith. That was Tupac. Anyway,
That's too far.
according to Marlon Wayans, that was Tupac. So
He would know. He would know.
he would know. He would know. Yeah, yeah. He said that was Tupac. But anyway, we're gonna dive into this. Before we go with what we think, before we get into the superlatives of what's going on, we gotta talk about both of these films because some people don't know about Moonlight and some people don't know about La La Land. So we're each gonna go back and forth with La La Land. We'll start with La La Land. So La La Land, I mean, if I'm correct, because like I said, it's the film's still fuzzy. Um, it's about Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. Emma Stone is an up and coming actress, and Ryan Gosling is a musician who loves
The
jazz.
jazz pianist.
Jazz pianist, yeah. It's a film that's about it's really a love story, but I don't know. I really
It's kind of a love story. It's both of these movies are like doomed love stories. They're about
it's
like
Blue Velvet.
what La La Land is Blue Velvet.
No, not Blue Velvet. Blue Valentine.
I guess I don't know. I haven't seen Blue Valentine.
It's the movie with it was another Ryan Gosling film. It was a love story.
Oh, that was him and Michelle Williams, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but yeah, it's another doomed romance movie with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because it's kind of a romance movie, but it's more of like these two people are like trying to achieve their dreams in La La Land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
movie, and like they just happen to like cross paths.
Yeah,
because they're never really like that great together.
No, they suck.
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact that they don't have like the best chemistry, I don't think.
I don't think so.
The characters themselves just don't seem to like.
They don't gel.
Like they're just sort of like treading water. Like they both have their own goals, but they're like, hey, we kind of dig each other a little bit.
You want to go back to my place? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's the way it feels to me.
It's like LA. It's an LA hookup.
Yeah,
the movie takes place over the course of like a year, so
yeah,
like, it's a very quick thing.
It's a really quick thing. I mean, I don't know if it's the film that's supposed to take place in the 1960s, but
nope, they're cell phones, man.
They have cell phones, but it feels that it got. I'll give La La Land credit for this. It's literally set. It's really set in today's time, but it's a film that's literally got that 60s type of drive to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, this movie owes everything to those like old 60s movies.
Yeah, like Singing in the Rain.
Movies.
Yeah. It got like, that there's real.
That's my biggest problem, I think, with this movie, that there's nothing like really like original.
Yeah.
Everything interesting has already been done.
Yeah. I look at this and I'll be like, I've seen this before. This before. I don't.
I've seen Ryan Gosling in this before.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I seen Ryan Gosling act like a jerk. This is nothing new, But he plays a jerk damn well. I put it like that. But he's
a hateable character in this.
He is such a hateable character. Fuck that guy. Anyway.
But to be fair, like pretty much every character in this movie is kind of hateable.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I don't really like any of them.
don't hate Emma Stone, but
She's great in the movie. She's like really good in it, but like her character, I don't know. It's hard to feel sympathy for these characters because like they're supposed to be like these downtrodden poor
yeah,
characters, but they're living in these like big
big
apartments and they never seem to
apartments.
be like working. They're always like going on like carnival rides and
Yeah,
montaging through the streets.
I mean,
And it's just
I
it's
mean, and
hard
there's
to like
yeah,
sympathize with them.
it's hard to sympathize also with Ryan Gosling because he is playing for like it looked like a big party, even though he's doing I Ran Away, which was terrible, and he hated. We're going to get to that later, but I I get it. It's really it's fun to play. It's there's some parts in this film I like. I get. Let me put it like this. I get why this was nominated for an Academy Award. I get it.
Sure.
It deserved it. It deserved to get nominated. Do it deserve to run? Do it deserve to win? We'll get to that later. But it's a well-made film. The ending is sweet. I like the ending. It's really cool. Um, there's a lot of things in this film I like. There's a lot of things that I just like. I don't like about it, but yeah,
It's a technically impressive movie. Like there's a lot of like really interesting camera work that's being done.
yeah,
The use of color is really great in the movie. It looks
yeah,
like a an old style movie. I so like aesthetically I really enjoy it, but also it's a throwback to those old movies and
it's not
it's not doing
original.
enough different
Yeah,
for me that like I'm interested in it. It's just like, oh, this is just like a dozen other like musicals that I've seen before.
I
And
was
like
in
this
like
one just has to happen to has like a bunch of like
yeah.
asshole LA people.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting there like, when Grace Kelly gonna come? When Grace Kelly gonna pop up? You know, that's what I kept thinking, even though she passed away too long ago.
It just didn't feel like it was clearly set in the modern day because they have Priuses and cell phones and whatnot. But like it almost felt like it should have been set at least like in the
Yeah,
the 90s or the
yeah, yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Yeah, but like they just for some reason it's set in the modern day and like the aesthetic doesn't really jive with the some of the subject matter
Yeah.
and the songs. Most of the songs suck.
He did. Look, and Zach is gonna jump on me about this because he loves musicals and he thinks
Sure.
I hate musicals. I say this every chance I get. I love Idlewild. I love that film because one it ever as much as it was not only a great homage to those old films, it was something that I never seen before. Like we have never seen no like we've never seen black people do this. Like black people never had a film like this. This is their film, which has a lot of black people in it, and it has original songs in it by literally by Outkast. It has a lot of original songs. I mean, it like Andre 3000 acted his ass off in that. Big Boy acted his ass off in that. That it was really good. I like that film. We got to do Idlewild on here one day. But
I've never seen it.
I don't. You never seen Idlewild? It's really good. It's a good musical. It's interesting. It has Terrence Howard. It has Terrence Howard. If I'm correct, Terrence Howard. Um, Big Rings, Big Boy, Outcast, Paula Patton. It's really, really good. It's really good.
Is
It
that the only musical you like?
there's some if you throw some at me, there's some more I like. There's more I like. I just feel like that one's the one I like the most. But there's
Sure.
more I dig. But I'm not a big. But when it's something I was like I like singing in the rain. I like singing in the rain. I like it. It's just
Good movie.
when you do something that I sing before, it's like saying it. You know, that's the way I feel. You know, if you're
Mhm.
gonna do something that I never seen before. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I like.
I wish some of the songs were I wish that this movie had the energy that that opening scene has.
Yeah,
Like that opening scene works really well. It's like a big theatrical set piece. The music's good. Everyone's like dancing and singing around. It's not like tethered to any type of realism at all.
yeah,
And like it sets up the story really well.
yeah,
And then the movie kind of like lulls for a
yeah,
long time. And there's like a few moments where like they're dancing in the street where like it captures a little bit of that energy, but it doesn't really get to that point again until the end when they're doing that whole montage at the end with
Oh yeah,
their with Ryan Gosling's fantasy sequence.
yeah. It's. I like the ending. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fantasy sequence was really good. I'm
Yeah,
not
the
gonna.
ending works. The ending
The
works for
ending
me.
works really well. I kind of teared up a little bit. I am not gonna lie to you. I liked it, but I liked the ending. So don't call me a punk, but I did tear up at the end of that. That kind of got me. It was a good one. I thought, wow, this what could have been, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's
It was just it was too long. There's like there's like a big chunk where just like
you could condense
they're
it.
not like yeah, they could have condensed things. They're not like really doing much. They're just
It's a pace.
it feels like treading water.
That's what I put in my notes. There's a pacing issue with this film.
Yeah.
Just feels like they could have just cut some scenes shorter because you got to grab my attention. In sense, it's like you're dragging out. You gotta. It's like what Al will say. Land the plane, man. Land the plane. Because right now you're in the air too long. Land the damn
Yeah.
plane. Because it's
Like
just
I have like not a lot of like bad things to say about like the first 40 minutes or so of this movie. The first
yeah
40 minutes I think work as like its own little thing. And then they bring in her boyfriend character,
yeah.
Greg, who serves absolutely no
No
purpose other than to create tension for one scene.
one thing.
And it's completely pointless. And then from that point on, it feels like everything is following the bullet points of what a 60s style musical should be at
Yeah.
this point. Like, oh, now they need to be upset at each other, so they're gonna fight,
I
and now they're gonna separate.
yeah.
And like, whereas like a normal like this type of story, they'd come back together and they'd be together at the end. This movie takes the turn, and they're not. Although it does give you the they are together, but it's a fantasy, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's the only real twist that they do.
The twist of the end is they're not together in the end, and I thought that was a good twist because they don't deserve each other. But
No,
um,
they weren't great for each other. They didn't seem to have a lot of shared interests, although we don't really get a lot of their interests outside of jazz music and acting.
right,
So like it's hard to know who they are as like people beyond their professions.
yeah,
And yeah, it's just it's they're just they're very broad and they don't have enough like pulling them to each other than they happen to keep running into each other.
right. All right, so let's go ahead and go to anything else we might, or we're just gonna move to personally.
I wanna point out that it's weird to have John Legend have like jazz music explained to him essentially through like the white director writer of this movie. It's like no, he's the sellout. Ryan Gosling's the true jazzist.
I wish he didn't bring up because that makes me hate this film even more.
It's not good. It's not a good look.
Not a good line because I was like, that's like literally spitting in the face of all jazz musicians because like how the fuck are you gonna tell John Legend that he's a sellout when this motherfucker been doing more jazz than you can put on your fucking thumb? I'm like, fuck you.
Also, for like a movie about jazz, like it's like about like how like jazz is such like an improvisational thing.
Yeah,
This movie feels just like so like by the numbers,
yeah,
which is crazy. Like it
yeah.
should have, I don't know.
They
Maybe
had
should
to
have
pay
had
John
black
Legend
leads
more
for one.
money.
Or
They had to pay. I hope they paid John Legend a lot of money just to go through that shit. I was like, you had to pay him a lot of
I'm
money
sure he did well.
because I'm looking at that film. I'm like, John, you know you're better than this. You're better than all these motherfuckers. Ryan Gosling can't hold a candle to have the shit you done.
Yeah, and
What?
there's also
No.
one scene. I can't remember, like right around when she's like writing her one act play.
Uh-huh.
uh they're talking about it and she's like, well, what if people don't like it? And he's like, fuck them, it's a throwback. And like they're basically talking about La La Land the movie and like preemptively getting ahead of the critics who are like, no, it's not that great.
Yeah, it basically said fuck us. So yeah, fuck you. Anyway,
Also underused J.K. Simmons should have been a main character.
he should have. I feel like Steve Carell should have been in this for some odd reason. I don't know why.
No, that movie sucks.
No, Steve Carell shouldn't be in here.
No, don't put Steve Carell in this movie. Him and Ryan Gosling is like a nuclear bomb. It's
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I don't like that movie.
Uh,
The movie that they did together.
What was it? What was that movie they were doing?
I can't remember what it's called.
No,
There
it was
was
the
also
Big
Emma
Short. It was on the
Stone.
Big Short.
Oh, they did The Big Short. I never
They
saw The
did
Big
do the Big
Short.
Short. Yeah,
I forgot that they did The Big Short together too.
yeah.
Okay, so it's not always a nuclear bomb.
Man, I thought they did a movie together. Yeah, Big Short.
They did that other rom com where like Ryan Gosling teaches Steve
Oh,
Carell
Crazy
how to
Stupid
get
Love.
laid.
Yeah, that movie sucked
That's
ass.
it. Yeah,
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 that
that
movie.
movie sucks. Also, but Emma Stone was in that too. I thought
Yeah,
that's
she
the one I was
was.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it was his daughter. Yeah,
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 yeah.
that movie sucked.
That movie
Um,
sucks.
it sucked. Fuck that movie. Anyway, so we're
Let's
gonna
talk about
talk.
a good movie.
Yeah, let's talk about the movie we actually like, Moonlight, the film that
Good
won the
movie.
Academy Award. Good movie. I watched this film with my ex-girlfriend, and she was like, "Wow, so you like films about people, these two men?" No, it wasn't about the relationship. It was more than that. This film was really good because it was about, like, in my eyes, it done something. Even though A Boy's Life, remember the film A Boy's Life where it was just them
Mhm.
aging the boy, and the boy was aging as you grow in the film. They
You mean Boyhood?
Boyhood, yeah, Boyhood.
Yeah.
Like he aged because you should know because you picked it in one of our episodes of Gamer Grudge. But you saw, instead of you just growing up with the kid, they at least got actors to grow up with this kid, and each of them did a damn good job. Did a good job. They
This
did
is
it.
so much better than Boyhood. Like Boyhood
I
had a
agree.
gimmick.
I agree. I agree. I didn't want to say that to piss anybody off. it,
Fuck it. These are our
it's
opinions. We're allowed to have them. If you
Yeah,
disagree,
yeah.
you're
I,
allowed to
I
have
feel
that
like
as
this.
well.
Yeah, I want to say that it's better than Boyhood. It's really better. You see this kid grow up. Like, I mean, his mother is but I don't know what drug she on, but she's an addict.
It's on crack.
I want to say crack, but yeah, crack.
Yeah, I
And
think at
she,
one point she's like smoking a crack pipe in Juan's face.
yeah, yeah. And you see like a circle of life situation with that situation with Black. You're seeing a
Hmm.
circle of life situation where the kid, the one sells his drugs to his mother, and Black becomes one, and
Basically, yeah.
that's basically what it is. It's really that, but you can see you think this takes. You always look at a drug dealer in a like you think a drug dealer is like an asshole, a terrible person. You think he's a terrible person, but
Yeah,
one,
there's the like the trope of the drug dealer in a movie where you see him in like a Dirty Harry movie or
yeah,
whatever, and they're like, we gotta lock this guy up. He's terrorizing the town,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
this humanizes
He humanized
these
because there was
people
a
like
point in
they're
the film. Like there was a point in the film. Yeah, he sold drugs to his mom, but there was a time where he actually loved Black so
yeah,
much.
it's a very
Yeah,
complex relationship that he has with this family because
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, he's selling the drugs to
And there
his
was a
mom.
Yeah, and there was a point in the film where he was like, "I'm not selling." He said, "No, I'm not giving you no more drugs." He literally was trying to say, "You need to get right for your son." Like he was trying to help her out. Like, and I think
Yeah, but also who's he to lecture her? Because he is
this
the
is true.
one
Yeah, this is
providing.
true.
Like
Yeah, because
that's
she
why
was
it's so
like,
complicated because
"Yeah,
like she's not entirely wrong that he's overstepping in a lot of ways, but also like there's nobody to take care of this kid. So like
yeah,
he feels that he has a responsibility, even though he doesn't feel that same responsibility to not sell the drugs to his mom.
yeah,
It's and then to have Black go and become a drug dealer at
yeah."
the same time while his mom is like finally cleaning herself up and becoming like a rehab
Yeah,
worker. Like
it's sad that his mother is like a little. I ain't not gonna lie. I about I teared up when she literally was like cleaning herself up, and she literally was trying. She was apologizing. She's like, "I'm so
yeah,
sorry
man,
for."
that's a rough scene.
It's a rough scene, and you just like fuck that. Like I'm not forgetting for what
Pretty much every scene with his mom is like heartbreaking because
yeah,
you're watching her like deteriorate over those first two chapters, and then in the third chapter she's like starting to get herself right. Meanwhile, her son now is like dealing with the consequences of his upbringing,
Upcoming, yeah.
and
She's
now he's dealing the drugs that led her down that path in the first
yeah.
place. It's like it's like this horrible cycle.
Yeah, you can see him like I think towards the end of the film, you're seeing him literally forgive himself. I think it wasn't the fact. I think in a way, I don't know how to say. I don't know what Barry Jenkins was thinking in this way. I think in a way, and this is my perception. I think he did. It wasn't the fact he didn't forgive his mother. I think he just couldn't forgive himself. He just couldn't
Well,
forgive himself.
well, he was like, because his whole youth, he's like struggling with his identity. Because like at first he's not sure like who he is, what he is, and then once he kind of has a clearer idea, like he's still constantly being like bullied for it from all angles, from like
Yeah,
at school and from his mom at home. Like his
yeah,
mom was also like equally like berating him.
yeah.
It's just he's in this terrible situation, and then he lashes out violently to like his bullies, and then he ends up being sent to jail, and then that leads to him obviously becoming a drug dealer. It's like he never like really had a chance to get out of it. It's terrible.
How Naomi Harris did not get a Academy Award for this is a highway robbery. She should have got like she should have got one for this.
She was
Best
great.
supporting actress.
Everybody was great in this movie. There's not
Yeah,
like a bad performance.
no, I agree that Mahershala Ali deserved that. He deserved his Academy. He earned that 100% in strides. Nobody, if anybody says he don't deserve that, they need to go fuck themselves. He deserved that in stride. I am
Yeah, that
mad.
last scene where he's like breaking down at the table, like after Little calls him out. It's yeah, it's heartbreaking, man. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah. Janelle Monae gives a great
Great.
performance. Great
Yeah.
performance. Like I said, Naomi Harris should have won an Academy Award. I'm banging on the table. She should have won. She should have won. Like you see her, I mean, if you watch that film, I don't know who I think Emma Stone won. And I'm not mad
Probably,
at
yeah.
I know I'm not mad at Emma, she won because that was a tough one, but if you watch both film back to back, you'd be looking at Naomi Harris and like, well, Naomi Harris, well, she was just a singer. No offense to Emma Stone, but Naomi Harris went through like a journey. You went through the journey with her character. She started off this addict, and then she tried to become clean. And you see her like she acted her ass off in that film. I feel like she deserved one, but it, you know, that upsets me a little bit.
It's
She didn't get
yeah.
one.
I mean, she's one of the best performances in the movie. It's
It's heartbreaking. She didn't
like yeah, it's tough because like I can't remember exactly what she was up against, but like sitting here and watching like these two performances, like it's hard to say that like she was better than, or that Emma Stone was better than her.
It's hard to
Like
say Emma Stone was better than her
yeah,
because
but also
I,
I'm not sure that they would be in the same category though, because Emma Stone would definitely be lead, and I think Naomi Harris would be uh supporting,
okay,
like
well,
Mahershala, because Mahershala was supporting.
okay,
She's
so
only in he's only in the first chapter of this movie.
yeah, yeah. So
Naomi Harris has more of it, so she might have gotten lead. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. I think she should have gotten the Academy Award. She was really good in Moonlight. She was really good. Um, but let's not stick around on that because we don't want to stay here too long on that.
No,
But I mean, each period, each each section of this film is a performance. Is great pacing. Unlike the last film we got with pacing, the pacing
they
is
each feel they each feel like they could be like their own individual short film.
yes,
They're like it's like a complete story, but also like you don't really get the whole picture until
yeah.
the end. Like
To the end,
it's so
like
good.
it's so good, and the pacing, it because you're watching this film and you're like, I remember I put the film in and I was like, this film gonna be a long, and I watched it. I was in for like, I actually kind of was like, he was telling. I remember he was told him like, I can't swim. I can't swim, and he was like, I'm gonna teach you how to swim. And he literally taught him how to swim. I was like, oh man, he said, don't worry, I got you, I got you, I got you. You felt like you
And,
got him, like when he said that, I
yeah,
got you,
and
for
also like there's a thing where like you're watching like those first two chapters, and like there's a clear like cohesion between Little and Chiron in those first two. We're like, oh, that's clearly like the same kid. And then once it goes to chapter three, where he's like an adult now, it feels like such a jarring juxtaposition because like he's such a different seeming
Yeah,
character at the forefront, and then like as you start seeing more of him, you're like, oh, it's the same kid. He's just like he's put on this exterior now
yeah, he
that
got an
like he has
armor.
to be like this. Like, yeah, exactly.
He got an armor on. He put a thick part of armor, And if you saw the
Yeah.
end of the last art, you understand why he got that armor on. He's like not taking no shit from nobody. Like I said, this film is really, really good. The ending is really, really amazing. I mean, I like the diner scene. It was good food. That was some damn good
I
food.
mean that whole diner sequence is so good. Like that alone could be its own little short film. Like
Yeah,
it's such a great like the showing the two characters where they're at now, how Kevin is like reacting to every move that Black makes at that time, like where he's like, oh, I'm still seeing that kid that I knew that
yeah.
like,
But he's
but
not.
like
Yeah, he's still not the
yeah,
same. Yeah,
but he's also like he's seeing through the armor.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he knows what he's like.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's
Um.
that whole just the unspoken thing between them at that point,
Yeah.
because like they both obviously remember what happened on the beach in chapter two, and like what that like it didn't lead to their fight that happened, but like pretty much everything about Chiron's being was like pissing off this bully to the point where he made Kevin like attack him.
Right.
So like yeah, it's horrible.
It's hard. All right. So let's not take too long on this because we did a good. That was like I said. I love this film. I think you love this film. This film was great. All right, and we both let's before we start this because people really there's some people who really love La La Land. Before we get to this part, let me preference both of these films are great. I'm not saying nothing bad about La La Land. We
I
did.
I'm gonna say one of these movies is great.
You're gonna be that guy there to go after
Yeah.
Scott, people.
One of these movies is great and one of these movies is good.
Okay, that worked. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's great. One of these, I'm with you. Fuck it. One of these movies is great, and one of these movies is good. Because
Stop playing politics, man. You say your opinion.
yeah, just fuck this. One of these movies is good, and one of these movies is great. I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, we're trying our best here. We're gonna try to do this equally. Okay. All right. So how we're gonna do this, people, is we got a grading scale. What we're gonna do is me and Scott have literally we have a set. So what we're gonna do is we have a Moonlight versus La La Land, and we're gonna do it. Pick our best line from La La Land, best line from La La Land and Moonlight, our best scene from Moonlight and La La Land, and we're gonna predict. We're gonna each talk about the best actors, the best actors category. We're literally going to give all these we're not going to give them separate. We're just going to give the actor category what we feel like a grade, and it's from 1 to 10. And at the end of all this, we're going to tally up all our scores with both of our answers. We're going to score. Each of us is going to score each of our answers, both of us together, and we're going to tally them up at the end, and we're going to see what happens. So, Scott, which movie you want to start first?
I mean, let's start with La La Land.
All right, so look, we're first going to give our answers, and then we'll grade them. So La La Land, best line.
I'm gonna let you go first because I'm still a little confused on this point system.
All right. So my best line is I'll see you. I feel like my best line I'll see you at the movies. I like that line. It's really good. It's interesting. It tells something about it in the future. So what's your best line?
Mine is it's early in the movie. It's I think Ryan Gosling's talking to his sister and he's like, "You're acting like life's got me on the ropes. I want to be on the ropes. I'm just letting life hit me until it gets tired. Then I'm gonna hit back." It's a classic rope a dope.
I like it. That's a good one. All right. So here what we're gonna do. So what would you how many points would you give my line?
I'd probably give yours like a 5.
All right. I give
Yeah.
mine's a 6. So that would be 11 for mine.
So like
How
11.
what about yours? I actually would give yours a 8.
8.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd say about an 8.
All right,
It's
so
an
that's
8 line.
16 plus 11.
16 plus 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
So
you
we're
get
not,
it.
you not really.
No, we both. So this is what the tally is for both the answers combined.
Okay, so we're tallying up both of our answers, and then I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You'll
yes.
you'll
So
explain
what's
to me.
16 plus 11?
16 plus 11 is 27.
So that means 27 points for best line so far for Malalia.
Okay.
You get that? Now you get it.
So
You'll get
that number is going up against Moonlight's number.
it. Well, we're gonna tally at the end. We're gonna total the
Yeah.
points at the end at the tally at the end.
Okay.
We're gonna total
All
our
right.
points for La La
So
Land.
we're not. So it's not a tally of each category versus each
No,
other. It's a
so what we're
total
gonna do.
tally.
We're gonna get all these points. The points right now at the end. We're gonna add all the points together, and that's how many points it got.
Okay, and this will definitively prove which movie is better.
There we go. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
Now you get it.
I get it.
All right. Now, sorry. Now you're not confused. It's like, okay, this makes sense. All right. Best scene. You start. You started. Go ahead.
The best scene for me is the opening scene, the
Okay.
scene
Okay.
on the highway where everybody's singing and dancing.
All right. I like the Iran scene where they're literally making them do the Iran, like I literally doing flock of seagulls. It was really like a good like fuck you moment from Emma Stone. I just like it. It was really good.
It
Oh,
is. It's the most charming they both are, I think, in the movie.
right. All right. So how many points would you give yours?
Mine, I'm gonna go with 8 again. I'd give mine an 8.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm okay with it, but it's not like my jazz with it.
Not your. That's not your tempo.
Not my tempo. So yeah, it's just not me for that because um it's just not me. So far we got 14 from that for
Mm-hmm.
yours. All right. Iran. I'm gonna give mine. I'm actually gonna give mine a I'm gonna give it a 10. Fuck it. I like it. I have fun with it. It was funny as hell. I loved it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 7. So
17.
17.
17. So 17 plus 14.
It's 31.
31. So we got another 31. So 31 points for the best scene. All right. We're going through this. All right. So what do you feel like is the best actors or actress?
From Moonlight.
No, from
Oh no, from La La Land. Sorry, yeah.
yeah.
Brain fart.
Yes.
It's Emma Stone. Honestly,
It's just
she's the
Emma
only one
Stone for
that I
you
was like,
too.
yeah. I don't know who else I would even pick. I didn't like Ryan Gosling all that much in the movie. There were
Yeah,
a
me
couple
neither.
scenes that worked.
Yeah. I gotta give it to Emma Stone too, because Emma Stone is it's just it's just Emma Stone to me. What would you give your best actors list? Because we're both getting the
Who
same.
who else did I have on my list?
I mean, what would be your points?
Oh, well, my points for Emma. I'd give her a 9.
All right, we got a 9. I'm gonna give her a 9 too, and you're gonna give her a 9, and 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 18.
That's 36.
All right, so 36. So now we're gonna tally up the scores. So 26 plus 31 plus 26 plus 31 plus
Wait,
36.
27 plus 30.
What
It's 94.
94?
94 total.
94 total. So they got 94 points. Nice
It's the
job, La La
number to
Land.
beat.
Yeah,
Can
huh?
Moonlight beat?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Now that you got the thing, now you got it. Let's go ahead and go with best line. Um, best line. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I like Juan trying to explain that to no John. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Tyron.
Chiron. That he's just like him when he was little. I like that whole scene at the beach. It was really cool. It was really,
His whole monologue about
yeah,
like growing up in Cuba.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was a great line. That's a whole great segment.
yeah.
The whole scene at the beach is
Beach
great.
was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Uh I mean I was gonna pick that, but I'll go with something different. I'll go with you're in the middle of the world when he's teaching him how to swim.
Damn
Basically
it!
the same
Oh God, that's good. That's
but
another good one.
but it was
Yeah,
such a good line.
that was a good line. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine a 10. You?
Yeah. Same.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's that good. It's really good.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm no, I'm sorry. Yours also is getting a 10. I love that line. That's my backup line. So yeah,
Yeah. Same.
it was my backup line. Are we really gonna get all right? 40.
So that's 40. All right.
40. Yeah, 40.
All
Well,
right. All right.
we try, guys. We're trying. It's already
We're trying to be unbiased, and yet
unbiased, but it's
our bias
hard.
is somehow seeping through.
Yeah. You got a 94. This is tough.
All right,
So
there's still time. There's still
there's
time.
still
We
time.
may
Yeah,
we
yeah.
may
We can
we
still
may
win.
somehow hate the scenes,
We
the
do, yeah.
actors.
Best thing.
I mean, would it be cheating to just go with the teaching teaching Little to swim? Because I'll pick a different one. I'll
Let's
pick a
be
different
fair.
one.
Let's be fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's
I'll
be
pick a different one
Yeah,
if
that's
that's the case.
fair. Let's be fair. We don't want people coming up here saying, you
You
happy.
you gave all the points to one scene.
Yeah. I got a different scene, but I'm just saying we can go ahead and
Um,
just be fair for them.
you have a different scene. All right,
Yeah, I have
you
one.
go with yours because I have to think of
I
which one I
like
have.
from the moment he gets out, he takes his head out, and this is the teenage scene. The moment he takes his head out the ice after he got his ass whooped, to the part where he hits that bully in the back of his head, back of his back with that chair. That was a great scene. It didn't need nothing, just no
Hmm.
line read, no nothing. Everything was so perfect. He just walked in that school. He put his book bag down. He got that chair and went boom. I was like,
Well, you like it because it's satisfying to
it is
watch that too.
satisfying. It's just good. It's not just satisfying. It just shows like
It is. It's also very sad.
it's sad, but it's just like he knew it was a point. He was thinking this when he took his head out the ice, that he looked in the mirror, he's like, all right, I'm at the point of no return. He's like, nobody got my back. All I got is me. In that moment, he knew all he had was him. And that was a great moment. I like that scene. Because without that scene, I don't think you don't get if you don't watch that scene, you won't get the black arc. You won't get his arc. Because that scene literally sets everything up why he has the armor. It's him
It's his
literally.
breaking point. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally is putting the armor on at that point. He was putting his armor on and he had it right there. You go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the diner. The whole diner sequence from from the second he sits down to when he's playing Hello Stranger on the jukebox,
Damn.
when he cooks him the dinner, the whole scene, just like I said before, it's like a great little short film in itself.
Yeah. All right, so what you rank mine?
I'm gonna give it a 9 just so I don't seem so biased.
Fuck it, I'm giving mine a 10. I don't give a fuck. That's a 19.
All right, that's a 19. That's a
Yeah.
19. All right.
Yours, you know what, just like you, so I won't feel unbiased. I do love yours. Can I say it? Is it okay if I do a 9.5?
I'll allow it.
9.5 for yours. Because I love your
Okay.
scene.
All right. I am also gonna give it a 9.5.
Fuck.
And therefore it is also a 19.
Fuck. So 19. Fuck.
That's what, 38?
38. Man, hold on. Is there any hope? 38.
Yeah, if we give them both like really low scores on the next one.
Yeah, because right there they're at 78.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a
There's a
chance.
chance. They got a chance. Yeah, they got a chance.
Yeah. I know
So
we were just talking like how Naomi Harris deserves an Oscar.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it could happen. It could happen.
All right. So best actors.
We have to pick one.
No, we can pick several.
We can pick several.
Yeah.
Can I just say the whole cast? Like, is that a cheat?
No. Let's pick a parameter. Let's say at least four. Okay, so that way.
At least four. Okay. All right. All right. I can narrow it down to four.
Well. Okay, hold on. Well, no. Does black count? Does the characters who play black is one, or you just put them as several?
I say they all count as they're all different actors. If it was like Boyhood, that's one performance.
Fuck. Okay, so I
Boyhood,
can't. Okay, okay. I'll go ahead and go first. Mahershala Ali won. He's won.
Okay. All right.
Naomi Harris, Janelle Monáe,
Right.
Monáe, and I don't give a fuck. All the actors who played him, all the actors who played him from the kid to an adult, they all did well. So that's my list.
Okay. Well, that's six people.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go with Andre Holland, um, Jarrell Jerome,
Good one.
whoever played Kevin. I can't remember the kid's name from the first segment.
Teo.
And that the corner drug dealer that Juan kept talking to.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Because I'm pretty sure we just named all of the characters. You know, actually no, Terrell. We'll put in Terrell, the bully, because he was very good at being an asshole.
Fair. What'd you rank mine?
10. What'd you rank mine?
See, here's the thing. It doesn't matter, right, at this point, because
I mean, I think if you say anything over 6, it already won.
6.5.
Damn, couldn't see that coming.
No. Fuck that. No, fuck that shit. I'm getting yours a 10. I loved all those actors. I was trying to be nice. Yeah, it's a 10 for that one.
All right, so and we each give each other's 10s and we give ourselves 10s. So that's another 40.
So tallying up the scores, it was 68 and
78. That's a 118.
So guys, sadly, I guess the Oscars got a Counting World got it right. They
won. They got it right.
They got it right. Yeah, we
can't disagree with them, man.
Can't disagree. Yeah. Now I know what you're thinking, man. That was like a landslide victory. It really kind of,
and it was.
It was,
and you'd be correct in thinking that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah. So this was fun. I like this,
and I don't hate La La Land.
Me neither.
I don't think it's a bad movie by any stretch.
No.
I don't think it's like a great movie. I don't think it's like one of the best movies of 2016, maybe. I'd have to look back, but like
my problem with La La Land was I feel like they were it's overrated. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Speak my mind. It's overrated. They were overhyping it. And when I was watching it, I was like, it's okay, but what makes this a great film? That's what I kept asking myself when I was watching this. What makes this such a great film? Because people scream, this is the best film ever. And I was like, it's okay. It just, what makes this the best?
I mean, I understand how that, like, leaving the theater, the end of that movie can, like, leave you super hyped.
Yeah.
Because, like, the ending is great. The ending is very good. And the beginning is very good. It's the middle that, like, really drags, and I think that overall hurts it.
It's like my problem with, like I said, my problem with La La Land is the pacing. It's a pacing issue. If the pacing was done a little bit better, this would be an amazing film. But the pacing with this film is terrible. It's not that good. Now, what if even if they change? This is what I had to say. If you change the pacing, would this be better than Moonlight? Moonlight? No. I just gotta be honest here for a minute.
Moonlight
Moonlight,
has something to say.
yes, Moon Knight is one of those films that's like once in a lifetime type of film where it just if you have one of those films, it's just it cannot be touched at its times. At its time, it just could not be touched. It just was that good. It just was the story was done well. Everything about that film was done perfectly. And Barry Jenkins barely put out a film. I mean, I don't think he put out a film since before this. Like it was a long time.
I'm not sure what he did before this. I know
But it was
after
all
this he had If Beale Street Could Talk.
yeah.
It's also great.
But he has not put out another film. He ain't put out a film before this in a long time.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Barry Jenkins' filmography. I want to get more familiar with it actually.
Me too, but
yeah,
I think he took a long time to make this film. This is a long time coming. And this is one of those A40, what was I forgot,
A24.
A24 and A24 find some way to do something. They're a company that's just producing Academy Awards like crazy, shit. Everything
they figured out the formula, man.
They figured it out, yeah. Hidden Gems should have won, but it just barely was there. All right, well, this is a good episode. I like this. This is a good format.
It was interesting to try it out. I want to see if we can work it in some other way.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was crazy and convoluted, but I felt like it was fair. I don't want to put it was fake.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I think we were pretty heavily biased in one direction.
Well, we weren't biased. I'll admit we picked our best scenes, and I know guys, if you have a problem, put your best things and put your best scenes in the comments. Just tell us who you feel like would win, and then do the same thing we did. Tally up the score, and if you feel like La La Land will win, tell us. But this is just our opinions, and that's the point. Because if you have an opinion that La La Land should win, that's your opinion. But you're fucking wrong and stupid, and fuck you.
Honestly, I'm just happy that we didn't have to also watch Cats this week because watching like two musicals that I don't really like this close together would have really annoyed me.
Oh, come on, you would stop you need to reach into your dead soul.
Yeah, I don't need that on a Thursday. Come on, man.
She's just looking at you like, yes, look into my eyes.
Yes, I am a cat.
I am a cat. Ha got you, bitch. Oh boy, this is a fun episode. So the next episode, what we're gonna do, Scott?
Is it my choice?
Yeah, it's your choice. I think I did La La Land versus. I think I pitched La La Land versus Moonlight.
Sure. Okay. Let me think, because I don't know what. Did we have anything on the table? I know we were like we still got that Fast and the Furious thing.
You want to do Fast and Furious? It's up to you. Because Fast and Furious.
When does Fast 10 come out?
Damn, that film's gonna suck.
Oh man, that movie's gonna change cinema forever.
That film's gonna suck, you know it.
Nah, man. I've liked them all, so you're not gonna convince me that this one's gonna be bad.
All right, cool.
It comes out May 19th.
Woo! You want to do it?
Should we do that next, or should we do that the next one after? Because are we gonna do one in April?
Yeah, we could do it in April. We can go ahead and do it in April. It'll take us a while, but we'll get it done. We just got to watch. Good news is,
no. This way we can do the Fast and the Furious one in May, and then we can do another one in between. That way we have the next like 2 months essentially,
all right,
like
so
a month and a half.
So let's do it like this. So in the short time, we're gonna. So here's the deal, people, because we're explaining this right now. We're going to film probably the Fast and the Furious episode in April. Did that make sense? Because there's a lot of films we got to go through. We got to go through a lot of films. Luckily, it's on HBO Max. So There's
I own
that.
them all, so it's not a problem for me.
Yeah, yeah. They're all in
I'm all
there.
right
So
back there.
they're all back there for him. And also they're on HBO Max. I can watch the whole slide on HBO Max. So we can watch them. So yeah. So we'll do that in April. So right now we're playing. So we're already setting up the schedule. May we're definitely doing Fast and the Furious because of Fast X, which
Yep.
gonna suck.
You're
And
wrong, man.
not wrong. um, but know this. I'm probably going to do the next one after that. Um, so what's your
Yeah,
pick?
the Fast and the Furious is our collective pick. That doesn't count as one of our picks.
Yeah, that don't count.
So I'll pick April, and then you pick the one for June.
Yeah, there we go. That's fair.
Okay. All right.
We got
Let's see.
Predator.
Which Predator? The
Predators.
original?
Yeah. No, didn't we say we're
Hmm.
gonna do Predator versus something?
Well, I thought we were gonna do like all of the Predators, weren't we? Or we were just gonna do Predator 2?
No, we did. We did say
We were gonna do Hobbs and Shaw versus Tango and Cash.
Ooh. You want to do back to back versus?
But then I feel like we're doing the Fast and the Furious out of order.
That would be fair. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah. This is hard.
Maybe we just pick like a random movie that we didn't like have planned for next month.
Yeah, that would
Just
be
to give us a
fair.
little bit of a palate cleanser.
Yeah, yeah, we need a palate. Not saying that these were not
No, no,
bad.
no. This was like that we were going to do like an Oscar tie-in, and now like we've got other stuff planned for the future.
Yeah, yeah.
But
When you mean palate cleanser, like you were, well, yeah, you're making it sound like this was a terrible thing we did.
no, 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 no. Like just like it's something that's not like a part of a theme.
Fair.
Palate cleanser from that. Like
Yeah,
these are
yeah,
both good movies.
yeah.
This is a good thing that we did.
Yeah, we want to make sure we do that so people won't
What?
come after us.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at my list of movies to pick from, and Gemini Man and Tenet are both pulling my eye. I don't know how you feel about either of these movies, but I love them both.
I would rather do Tenet, but I was sitting there thinking, why not UHF? But we could do Tenet.
Ooh, UHF isn't bad because we've been doing all the Weird Al stuff, but could we work that into Is It Rotten somehow?
No, it's not rotten.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we could do UHF. I really want to do UHF, but I don't know.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do UHF. We can do Gemini Man and Tenet another time.
Yeah, yeah. We can push Tenet another time. Yeah, UHF.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn it. Yeah. So UHF people, yeah, we're doing that. That was now. Or we could do the one you've been wanting to do, Johnny Dangerously.
I feel like we can still work that into the next pick. I think I can convince whoever loses this next round to pick Johnny Dangerously. And I'm talking about you potentially.
You never know. You never know. These fucks will pick Flintstones for some odd reason. They're like, let's do Flintstones.
I mean, we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try and convince either one of you that Johnny Dangerously should be your next pick, just so we can have that cohesion of all Weird Al picks.
Yeah, I do not want to see Halloween because his Rob Zombie fetish. Do not want to see that.
I don't, because I've never seen the first one and I don't plan on it.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to. Yeah, but guys, it's been a good show. I enjoyed it. We got done. Man, we're good. We're good.
We're on top of this shit, man.
Like, we did this in an hour. I was like, I thought
two movies.
Huh?
2 movies, 1 hour.
No, we did 3 movies. We did 3 reviews in 2 hours. That's amazing. Like, we legit.
I do feel a little bad though that we talked about Pokemon collectively longer than we talked about either of these 2 movies.
Well,
for the record, these are better than Pokemon, both of them.
Damn right, yeah, they are better. Yeah, Eric, you heard that? If you say these are not better than Pokemon, you're crazy. That's a TikTok. These are better than Pokemon, 100%. Scott, what you got to plug, man? Like I said, we're doing a damn good job today.
You can find me at Chewbacca Defense on Twitter. You can find me and Mac on Is It Rotten, and on Digital Beatdown.
Yeah, Digital Beatdown. We'll be back with that
We just did a
episode.
cage fight.
We did one. We did. Damn good. That was
Yeah.
a damn good cage fight.
The first of many, hopefully.
Hopefully, mostly we're probably gonna. Don't worry, people. We're definitely not only gonna do cage fights. We're gonna do Travolta fights.
We're gonna do
Stallone.
a Keitel fight. Harvey Keitel all around.
Kite fight.
Kite fight?
Fight. Wait, is that racist?
Close. It's close.
Close. Oh boy. All right, you know what I meant to people. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Like Keitel. I probably had to cut that out. Fuck.
Nah, we're good. That's a TikTok.
yeah, that's a TikTok. But we're gonna do Keitel fights. Damn, we might do Scorsese fights.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna actually do Keitel fights, but he'll end up in Scorsese fights.
Yeah,
and
y'all
Tarantino
definitely end
fights.
up like, yeah. I just it's like we only get the weirdos. Like Keitel's not a weirdo. Like,
oh no, Keitel's a total weirdo, but I don't know if there's enough of I don't know if there's quite as much as like a cage.
Well, to me, if we do Keitel, I feel like Keitel is literally X-rated weirdo, where we just gotta literally like we gotta like. Sure.
I think Keitel's gonna be like involved in a lot of because he's in a bunch of Nick Cage movies, he's in Tarantino movies, he's in Scorsese movies. I think we're gonna cover Keitel.
We're gonna cover Keitel. We're gonna do. How about this? We'll do Bad Lieutenant fights.
All right, I'm in. It's all Bad Lieutenant.
Who dong was better?
Who's the worst lieutenant?
I don't know. Harvey Keitel was the best lieutenant. Did you not see him in that poster? He was the best one.
Saw all of him.
All of him. Like, yeah, you see me. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll probably do. I really want to say we'll do Tarantino fights. I do know. I got question for it. We're gonna do eventually a black and white fight.
Ooh.
Like
we should do silent fights where it's all silent movies and nobody talks. We do the whole thing through text.
How difficult that would be, Scott.
It would be such a pain in the ass.
It would
be funny. It would be funny for the first like 2 minutes.
You know what would be funny though? If I could legit find a way to get if I could get to where if there is a way to make in OBS if you do this where they can do subtitles, not subtitles, but the caption. Mm-hmm. Where they can read where they can hear you through there, but the audience can't hear you, and then the nonsense come up. If they could do that,
we could do a pre-tape. We can't do it live.
That would be tough for me to do a pre-tape. That would be a nightmare.
It would, but it's possible.
Be a nightmare. I would have to type all your lines and everything.
Yeah,
that'd be tough. But I think if we were to do it to where we could, if there was a way I could do caption everything, and then not only caption everything, but put the caption in the film. And then literally make everything silent and put it in black and white. Because I can put it in black and white. I just need to make everything silent, black and white, and then let you argue it. And that would be the tough thing. And people would be like, this is so funny as hell. But that's something in the future.
We'll figure it out. AI will take care of that.
They'll take care of that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. But one day we will do silent fights. It's going to be tough. Yeah. But when we do it, you'll be the first to know. We'll be the first one to do it. First one. But I will say this. Black and white film, black and white fights, black and white beat down coming soon, people, because I have questions on black and white films. I don't want to say black and white films. Films in the 1930s.
Well, I think that goes to anything. Schindler's List is on the table.
Yeah, Schindler's List is on the table. Yeah.
Sin City, I think it should count.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about those films, people. That's gonna be fun, people. I can't wait to do that because I'm not huge as a guys. Let me be honest here. I never went to film school. It's funny if I went to film school, I don't think I'll be great at it, but I think I would be one of the best in class. But I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know, I never been to film school, but if I was, I'd probably be better than this, way better than this. But it's fun. But I really love doing that. So let's get ready. So guys, get ready for. You got anything else? Scott?
Nope, that's
All right.
it.
Make sure you go watch not only Digital Beatdown, we got plenty of stuff coming out soon, people. Anime Urami coming out soon. We got another episode coming out. Also, Is It Rotten? We just recorded a while, like an hour ago, us doing Pokemon. So make sure you go watch that. And make sure you go watch Minorities on Film, people. That's going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about Juice. We're talking about Juice, starring Tupac Shakur and Omar Epps. Guys, I'll talk to Scott about this afterwards. It's exactly what me and Miss agrees on. One thing about this film, we agree about on this film. I don't know what the others think, but this is gonna be a fun show, and I can't wait to do this show. So make sure you go watch that. It's going to be not watch, listen. It's going to be on SoundCloud, so make sure you go listen to that on SoundCloud, Apple and all that. This is an exclusive show that we're putting on there because sound is easier for me to do than the actual video because I don't gotta add stuff to it. I just gotta add the music. Also, SoundCloud is lenient with music. You can use game music on there and they won't mind it. All right, that's it, people. We'll see another episode of
Film Talk.
Yeah. There's so many shows, people, that I forget. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was drawing a blank. Yeah, there's so many shows out there. It's like, which one of the shows is fuck?
Which one is this?
Which one is this? Damn it. No, not the billions, not the bees. Okay. All right, guys. That's it, people. We'll see you. Bye.